This is Johnny Nelson, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
All right, everyone, I hope you're all doing fantastic. So this is part 3 of my channel, of certain things that I do, certain things that I don't do. And for anybody who wants to start their own YouTube channel, or anybody who already has a YouTube channel, my way may not be your way. Everybody has their own way of doing things. And it's very, very important that I tell you that be you, don't try and be me. Don't try and be anyone else, be you. That's probably the most important tip I could possibly give you. Now, it's important that you not just watch this video, but you watch certainly part 2, how I do my videos, because how I do my videos and how I grew my channel go hand in hand. Put them in a blender, mix them up. That's how I did it. Okay, that's how everything that I did. Now, as far as YouTube is concerned, I'm not a big channel. I'm a tiny channel. But as far as boxing news is concerned, I guess I'm a reasonable size. I don't consider myself a big channel. I don't consider anybody a big channel until they go past 100,000 subscribers. So for me, I'm nowhere near that right now. Now, before we get into how I grew my channel, let's get rid of a few myths. Okay, first of all, I'm not on the Matchroom payroll. Never have been, never will be. To be honest, I'm not too sure they could afford me, to be honest with you. Now, again, those who seem to think that, oh, Sporting Icons is on the Matchroom payroll, blah, blah, blah. Again, that usually comes from people who don't understand how I've done certain things and why they're not. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of people are wishing that they had the boxing clout, if you like, that I do. I don't have a lot of clout in boxing, not at all. In fact, it's minuscule, but much more than a lot of people do. Because bear in mind, I'm in Newcastle. Okay, so that's the northeast of England. I'm as far away from London as you could possibly get when it comes to England. Okay, and if you live in down south, like I used to live down south, then you have access to the gyms. You have access to the press conferences, to the fights at the O2 Arena, to Wembley, all these kind of things. So if you are down south and you're saying, well, I can't grow my channel, well, that's your own fault, first of all. You have an advantage that I don't have. I'm up here in Newcastle, I'm stranded. Again, reason why I'm stranded, go watch the very first video of why I started my channel. That's why I'm stranded here in Newcastle. I can't get to all the shows. Much like if you're in New York, you have an advantage over me because Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN are putting on a lot of fights in New York. The PBC putting on a lot of fights in New York. If you have access and you're in New York, you should grow, even if you're not very good, you should grow very, very quickly, very, very easily. So I'm at a disadvantage over many people. So just look at your area, think, can I get access to certain things? Now, again, it's important to know as well that when I first started my channel, so 3 years ago this week, I knew not one person associated in boxing. Not one. Not one. I didn't have a friend of a friend of a friend who knew somebody. Nothing like that. Literally nobody did I know. I couldn't make that more clear. I knew nobody. But now my phone book, my contact list and everything is pretty huge. And there's a reason for it, which we will get to in this video. So going back to the Sky Sports thing, just to quash the myth about me being on the Matchroom payroll. Again, think about it logically. If I was, don't you think that I'd have Eddie Hearn on speed dial? Don't you think that Eddie Hearn would be featuring more on podcasts? Don't you think Anthony Joshua would have featured on my channel at least once? So that's the first one. Second of all, the reason why I talk a lot about Matchroom fighters, because they feature on Sky Sports. I have Sky Sports. I don't have BT Sport. I don't have access to Showtime. I don't have access to ESPN. I don't have access to Fox Sports. I have access to Sky Sports. Therefore, I talk about what it is that I see, what it is that I know. Again, it's very simple, isn't it? But many people can't get their head around that point. Now, getting into it. It's impossible to buy subs. It's impossible to buy views without getting your channel permanently deleted. Reason being, because YouTube do a cleanup operation every 3 to 6 months. They go around every single channel and they've got their analytics machine or whatever it is that they use, and they get rid of dead wood. So any channel name or anything like that is subscribed to a channel and haven't watched your videos, they're going to be deleted. And if there's a whole mass of them, guess what? Your channel is going to be deleted also, because quite clearly you have bought subs and views. Long gone are the days when you used to be able to do that. Apparently, you used to be able to do that. I've never done that. And if I wanted to do that, I couldn't do that because I'd end up getting deleted. Again, very, very simple thing, isn't it? Now, as I said, I'm going to keep on saying it, but go watch the previous video of how I do my videos. Again, it's just tips. It's not a guaranteed success. It just isn't a guaranteed success. So go watch that one. Make sure that you listen to all this video, put them together, and you should have a pretty fair understanding. Take what points that you agree with, and things that you don't agree with that may not work for you, obviously discard them. Now, the thing is, many YouTube uploaders who get access to, say, press conferences, weigh-ins, or maybe get the occasional ticket to a show, this kind of thing, they're not boxing journalists. They're not journalists. They're no different to anybody listening to this video. We are not journalists. It's as simple as that. We're not. We're not qualified to be journalists. We just happen to talk about boxing. That's all it is. It's very simple. You're not a journalist. So anybody who runs around and says, oh, I'm a boxing journalist, no, you're not. You're not. You're a YouTube uploader. There's a whole world of difference. Okay, a whole world of difference. For me, on this channel, I never treat it as a job. I never treat it as anything that's professional, which is why I have opinions. Because if I was professional, if I was paid, if I was had sponsorships, that kind of thing, I'd have to be a bit more corporate, wouldn't I? But I'm not. So I created a forum. This essentially is a forum. I'll give you my opinion. You give me your opinion. You don't have to agree to my opinion. I'm not saying to you, my words are final, my words are right. But of course, I'll always try and prove myself each and every time. And I do that by making sure there's a link in the description box. I do that by creating visuals on the videos, not on this video, of course, but on most videos, there'll be visuals as proof of what it is that I'm saying to you. Again, it comes to like shout out. So if I hear one channel saying a certain thing, I think, okay, I like that subject and I agree with what they're saying. I'll say, I heard it from this channel and I'll put a link in the source to this channel. See, I don't just take other people's ideas. I don't just take other people's content, if you like, and then use it as my own. For me, I see that as disrespectful. I don't look on any other uploader as competition. I have no competition. I'm my own competition. I have my own goals. I have my own way of doing things. So again, just keeping with that one, there's quite a few channels who see their subs as their fans. They're not your fans. They're just people who like to watch you from time to time. That's how they are. Again, you see, how do I grow my channel is a case of I deliberately don't go on camera because it's about the video. It's about the subject. It's not about me. Me being me, who I am, what it is that I do outside of this is nobody's business but my own. I have no desire to be famous. None whatsoever. I like to be able to go to the shop and people don't know who I am. I like that. For me, those who sit there in front of a camera, it's either a lazy way of editing or they want to be famous. There's no in between them. For me, I have no desire to be famous. None whatsoever. So again, my subjects are my subject. And it's as simple as that. It's about the video that I put out, and that's what the content is about. It's not about me. You will never hear me saying how I'm going to the hairdressers or I've just been to the dentist, because that's nobody's business but my own. Anyway, I hope that bit makes sense. Now, as I said, your subs are not your fans. You are not a celebrity. Okay, again, look at it that way. You're not a celebrity. Don't get above yourself. Okay, stay humble. Let's use the Anthony Joshua word. Stay humble. Now, important tip that I've noticed is upload regularly. You need to upload regularly. There's no point doing 1 or 2 videos every couple of weeks. There's no point to it. People will just lose interest very, very quickly. So upload regularly. Don't upload just any old tat. Again, go back to the previous video of how do I do my videos. Don't upload any old tat. Don't just do live streams just to get super chats. Because many channels do. They just do lives, not because they want to tell you something, not because they want to interact with you, because they want your money. That's all it is. And if you're stupid enough to give it to them, then you're stupid enough to give it to them. For me, I never ever ask for super chats. And those who do give me super chats, of course, blessings to you, and I do appreciate it. But that's not what I'm about. I do live streams to interact with people. Nobody should ever feel like they should have to super chat me in order to get a response from me. That's always been my way. It may not be the right way. But again, you have to be honest with your content. You have to be honest with your words. Prove it. I'll keep on saying it. Prove it. Put a link in the description box. Put visuals on the screen. Do something to prove it. Ideal scenario, look at, if you don't maybe watch my videos too much, watch Ring IQ. He puts visuals on the screen and he's backing up what it is that he's saying. Quite a few other channels do that too. But there's not enough channels who do it. There's too many channels out there who will just talk about something and they don't back it up. So people go, okay, are you lying to me? And now I've got to go on Google and now I've got to go do my own research. Give them the research. Give them the paperwork. Give them the receipts, the paper trail. Give it to them. That's how I do it. So therefore, people don't need to run off. Listen, they still can. And I always say, if there's something that you disagree with, prove me wrong. I'd like you to prove me wrong. Again, this goes back to being honest as well. Because if you get something wrong, admit that you got it wrong. Maybe explain why you got it wrong. Where did you get it from? But by putting links on the screen or sources and visuals and that kind of thing, that's your way of backing yourself up. Try to be a little controversial as well. I think being a little bit controversial helps. Don't go OTT about it. Because if you're always controversial, at the end of the day, you ain't going to go too far. Honestly, you're not. You're really not. In other words, don't get above yourself. But be controversial at times by saying something that creates a bit of a debate. That's how I do it. Engage with your audience. That's probably very, very important. You can engage with your audience by going through the comment section, by doing live streams to interact with your audience. Not there just to take their money. At the end of the day, this is YouTube, it's free content. So do the live streams, interact with them. Don't just talk to those who super chat you. Talk to everybody. In your comment section. Now, of course, I'm at the point now where I get several thousand comments per day. I can't respond to everybody. Honestly, I just can't respond to everybody. It's impossible to respond to everybody. There's not enough minutes and hours in the day for me to do that. But I do scan through them, which is why more often than not, I click the I love this comment kind of, that button. I'll do that. That's my way of interacting because I can't keep on going backwards and forwards with people. Again, with the haters, don't interact with haters because you're going to get them anyway. It doesn't matter whether you're good, doesn't matter whether you're not good. My way is don't interact with them. Don't talk to them. If you're a little bored one day and you feel like trashing them, go for it. But for me, I've learned don't interact with them. Your efforts are better off with those who are supporting you. That's how I do it. These people who are hating on you, you're not going to convert them. Why even bother? It's as simple as that, isn't it? Only listen to those who support you. Nothing wrong with constructive criticism. You see, haters put it down to constructive criticism. It's not constructive criticism. You're just being hateful. So for me, I take constructive criticism from those who I know support me. If you've never commented on my channel before and I've never seen you before and you're trying to give me some constructive criticism, I ain't going to listen to you. I have to have seen that you've been commenting on some of my previous videos before, and therefore I know that you are here to support. You're here to support me, you're here to support boxing, that kind of thing. So then I'm more likely to listen to you. And also collab with similar-minded channels. If you're going in and out of the live streams of those channels who will totally disagree with your opinion, why would you do that? Just collab with those who are similar-minded. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of channels out there that I disagree with them and I also agree with them. But if I find that I'm disagreeing with them more often than not, then you know what, I just don't watch them. So there's no way I'm going to be collabing with them. I don't get into this whole online wars debate. What's the point? There's no point to it whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty confident that if I ever did do that, I'd never lose one. I'd never lose one. Because everything that I do, everything that I say is literally off the top of my head and is based on facts. I don't make stuff up. I don't try and clickbait. It's based on facts. And where there's facts and there's truth, you're always going to win, aren't you? But for me, I don't interact with the hater channels. There's a lot of channels out there who will make videos quite regularly trying to diss me. And I know that because I get people sending me links all the time. You know what? I don't watch them. Honestly, I don't watch them. There's no point. All they're doing is they're adding to the machine. That's all they're doing. Those who may watch their videos may not have heard of me. Now suddenly they do. And you know what? They may end up agreeing with me because I'm showing them the proof. The proof is always in the pudding. So always be honest. Always try and interact with like-minded channels. I would never go onto a live stream with somebody to argue with them. I've got better things to do in my life. And that's how you should do it too. Collab with those who support. When I started my channel, I got help from Kiwi Box, now known as Big Boys Boxing, and with Hitman Boxing as well, with Chatter Boxing, Boxing Beats and Rhymes. You see, I would go on to like their live streams and just talk boxing. There's no arguments. We can have a difference of opinion, and sometimes you have to agree to disagree on certain things, but there's never going to be any hate from me. I'm never going to go onto somebody's channel and chastise them. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And again, most important, and this is how I grew my channel, more importantly than anything else, outside of many of the things I've told you about being honest and being you. Again, be you, don't be me. It's very, very easy. Don't try and be Sporting Icons. Don't try and be whoever else. Be you. Because if you're not being you and you're trying to be me, people are going to notice it. And you don't want that. You want people to support your channel because of you. Be you. Don't try and be me. Now, collab with boxers. That's very, very important. Collab with boxers. If you're a boxing news uploader, collab with them. That's what I do. I talk to them. I sit there and we have text discussions. We have phone calls. I don't always upload them, of course not, because I don't always record them. But when I started my channel, my aim was to always get to 1,000 subscribers. That's what I always wanted to do. And I did it because after a few months of just regularly uploading and whatever else, I was gaining a little bit of traction. But then Dillian Whyte contacted me. And he says, hey, listen, I like your videos. I agree with your points and blah, blah, blah. And then we kind of hit it off from there. He then come onto my channel and it started off from then. I don't do too many interviews. I've probably done about, 50 or 60 interviews in the 3 years that I've been doing this. But it all started off with Dillian Whyte because other boxers will notice that. Then they're going to start following you. Then they're going to start interacting with you. And it snowballs from that. So this is why I said that when I very first started my channel, I didn't know anybody. Literally nobody. But it all starts off at a certain point. And then it just builds from there. Again, you see how I grew my channel, a lot of it is down to Dillian Whyte. Correct? Of course it is. And let's go back to the point as well about being hateful. When you're just doing hate videos after hate video after hate video, the only audience that you're going to attract are like-minded people. Haters. Now, haters seem to think that, well, I'm just being controversial. I'm telling it how it is. No, you're not. You're not telling it how it is. You're just being hateful. That's all you're doing. So, of course, when you build up that audience of being hateful, which, by the way, you'd only get to a certain point and then you'll stagnate. Okay, you'll never grow. And the reason for that is very simple. There's not many people out there who just want to hate. There's a lot of people, but there's not a forever lasting pool of just haters who just want to support other haters. Because at some point you're going to say something and guess what? Your audience is going to turn on you. Nothing wrong with being controversial, as I said before. Be controversial at times, but don't make every video about hating on this one and hating on that and hating. This is boxing. If you love boxing, promote boxing. Be positive from time to time. Stop lying. Stop exaggerating the truths. Where you are hateful, you will just breed hate. Don't be hateful. And most important of everything, don't give up. Too many channels start and then quit very, very quickly because they don't get to the success that they want straight away. You have to keep on going. You have to keep on working it. See, I'm not one of these people who tell you, work hard and you'll get your rewards and believe in this and believe. No. Don't listen to all that jargon. You see people upload quotes. Stuff all that. Just be you. Just be you. just don't give up. Don't get me wrong, if you've been doing it 2, 3, 4 years and you've only got like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, then maybe you're doing something wrong. But again, most of the things that you're probably doing wrong is based in number 2 video of how I do my videos, because there's certain things that you need to do and you probably don't do it. But if you're just doing the same thing and oh, I don't really care about growing my channel, I don't really care about how many subscribers I've got, stuff, sport and icons, I'm all right with mine. And then the very next video, you see my channel's going in the right direction, I'm starting to grow. You're not. Okay, you're not. Don't delude yourself. But either way, keep on going. Just keep on going. Eventually it'll click. Eventually you'll get a video that may go viral. Now, I haven't had viral videos. I've had videos that go over 200,000-300,000 views, but I've never had the million video. I've never had that. And I don't particularly aim for it. But the point is that don't expect immediate success, because it isn't going to happen. You'll never get immediate success. Well, if you do, you're very, very lucky. Again, how I grew my channel, a lot of it is more luck than judgment. A lot of it is error as well. And again, don't rely on me to grow your channel, because I do get like a lot of people contact me saying, I've just started my own channel, can you give me a shout out? Well, no, okay, because you have to earn it, okay? Because if I did that for everybody, then I could be sending people over to channels that are just absolute haters. Because I've given shout outs to people before, and then like a little while later, they end up turning on me. I mean, how disrespectful is that? So again, no, don't expect a shout out from me. If you hit a few hundred subscribers, and if I like your content, if I like you as a person, then yeah, sure, of course, I'll help you get past 1,000 subscribers, which is what I do. But once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you're pretty much on your own from that point on. Don't be expecting help from me. Once you're monetized, that's it. So again, be you. Be your own motivation. Don't try and be me. Don't try and be Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Don't try and be Hatman. Don't try and be whoever. Be you. As I said before, you'll get found out if you're not. You really will. And don't give up. Keep on going. And if you don't have a channel and you want to create one, again, you'll go through the same thing that I went through and every other uploader goes through. Nobody likes hearing themselves back. Everybody that is a little paranoid. Don't try and be liked, because you're always going to get haters. Block out the haters. You need to grow a thick skin. You really do. Anyway, listen, that's pretty much a lot of the bullet points for how I grew my channel. I said a lot of it is, in real brief, be honest, upload regularly, and get help as and where you can. As in, if you're a boxing uploader, try and get some boxers on your channel. Pretty simple, isn't it? There's no secret to success. I'm not successful. I won't consider myself successful until I hit 100,000 subscribers, which will happen. I don't know how long it'll happen, but it will. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Of course, you drop me yours. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.